Happy Halloween, everyone. Continuing with As Told by Ginger Month, we're going to be discussing about the Halloween episode, I Spy a Witch. Debuting on October 26, 2001, it was the 13th episode of the series. This is a Halloween episode that doesn't really get discussed a lot when it comes to Nickelodeon Halloween specials. Well, as mentioned numerous times before that As Told by Ginger was very overlooked when it first came out, is it the same for the Halloween special? Well, I guess we'll take a look into it and find out. The episode opens up with Miranda and Mipsy vandalizing the Lucky Junior High statue, making it look like it's a witch. The next day, everybody is crowding around to it, and the vice principal of the school makes an announcement about that he's going to find out who was the person who vandalized the statue.
I must ask that the person responsible for this atrocity step forward. Okay, well, it looks like we'll have to launch an official investigation into this outrage.
Ginger's side of the story features about that they're auditioning for a play called I Spy a Witch, which involves with the Salem witch trial. It's sort of like a child version of The Crucible. Miranda wants to have the leading lady part, but it was given to Ginger. Miranda, upset that she didn't get the leading role, decides to sabotage Ginger by planting evidence into her book bag, making it look like that she was the one who vandalized the statue. Meanwhile, on Carl's side of the story, he and Hoodsy try their very best to scare off Lois with their Halloween pranks, but unfortunately none of them seem to work.
It's coming over with a rusty garden hoe. I can barely hold my guts in. Oh, is this my spleen?
It was a total accident, Mrs. Foutley. It slipped out of my hands. Listen, you two, I paid good money for that calf's liver, and like it or not, it's dinner.
Man, this stinks.
Gosh, Mrs. Foutley, I know it's fake and it still squeebs me. Carl, I'm warning you. Car companion Bob had better have both arms attached and inflated by the time I leave for work tonight.
Oh, Hoods, we are out of shape.
Well, it's been a whole year.
They decided to call into the spirit of Maud from the dead. Maud was an old woman featured in the episode Carl and Maud, whom Carl had played a lot of pranks with, and eventually fall in love with. However, in the end of that episode, she had passed away unexpectedly. He thinks that by resurrecting Maud, he can be able to get his mojo back on scaring people. Unfortunately, the episode is a bit underwhelming, especially for a Halloween episode. We've seen Miranda do many tasks to sabotage Ginger. In the first season alone, she convinced Ginger to steal the bank's enter sign for Courtney's birthday party and ended up having Ginger arrested in the episode Ginger the Juvie. In the episode Sleep On It, Miranda and Mipsy want to get Ginger out of the spotlight from Courtney's eyes, so they decide to stick Ginger's hands in warm water so that she can wet the bed. In the episode Cry Wolf, Miranda finds out from Dodie about Ginger's deepest, darkest secret, and she decides to take advantage of Ginger by saying that if she doesn't do her homework and staying away from Courtney, then she'll reveal her secret to everybody around her. And I'm not even going to talk about the numerous times that she would continue this throughout the rest of the series, especially the beginning of season 3. So yeah, seeing this kind of concept is nothing new for As Told by Ginger, and here it's nothing really out of the ordinary. In fact, throughout this episode, Mipsy isn't the one who gets in trouble with it at all. It's Miranda who gets the blame. It seemed that there was no point of including Mipsy at all. And as for Carl's side of the story, it's a little bit off, considering that since As Told by Ginger is a slice-of-life cartoon, it never really deals with the supernatural. I mean, sure, we've had Noelle Sussman having telekinetic powers, but it kind of made sense in the show because she's a quirky, eccentric girl who has a really out-there personality. Having something like telekinetic powers seems kind of fitting. Seeing something as supernatural as raising Maud back from the dead is just a little bit off. And not to mention that the only thing that she did to quote-unquote help Carl was that she was the one who scared off Lois. Carl didn't do a thing to get his mojo back. And it seemed pretty convenient that Blake had printed off a picture of Miranda vandalizing the statue from Courtney's email, and that Maud, for some reason, seemed to have found out about it. Then she gives it to Lois. Then Lois gives it to Ginger, and Ginger makes her way to the play to confront Miranda and show to everyone that she's completely innocent. And then Maud just goes away. That just seems a little bit too convenient for the plot. The worst part of it is that we never see Maude throughout the entire series ever again. I mean, it would have been nice if maybe every once in a while she would have showed up, and maybe like for a little quick cameo, but no, she's never seen anywhere throughout the entire series. And that's kind of a shame, to be quite honest. Another thing about this special that doesn't make it very memorable is that there's not really a lot of Halloween motifs. Sure, we see people dressed up in costumes, and we see things such as pumpkins and skeletons, and the fact that it takes place around the fall. There's not enough of a creepy atmosphere to showcase that was Halloween. It makes it look like a typical fall day. They should have included some more eerie music, maybe showcase some more people dressed up in costumes, more people trick-or-treating, but unfortunately we don't seem to get that in this episode. This episode feels a little bit hollow when it comes to showcasing what Halloween truly is. Is there anything positive about this special? Yes, there is. And that so happens to be the rehearsal scenes and the final scene showcasing the play. Maybe it's just me being a huge lover of musicals and plays, but I really enjoyed them, especially the I Spy a Witch song. That was a lot of fun.
There's no way we'll ever believe you. This girl's asleep, so tell us, what did you do? She's a witch you can't deny.
So on the pyre he shall fry.
At our good old-fashioned Santa barbecue. I'm innocent, I say innocent. Wait for no man to accuse you, Goody Webster. Declare it yourself. You have crafted a witch. What are you? I know not what you speak of. I am an innocent girl. Just tell the truth, Goody. You crafted a witch. Never!
There's nothing but evil here. Evil, I tell ye.
I spy a witch, a witch. I spy a wicked witch. I spy. Stop! Fine. You want to know the truth? It was me, not Ginger Foutley. Me. I did it. I turned that stupid statue of Nathaniel Winslow into a witch.
Blaspheme!
It was just a joke.
You have made your wicked magic, Goody Webster, and now ye shall pay, while the innocent walk free.
Yeah, sorry for this being a really short review, but there's really not much to say about this special. Ginger's side of the story is not very interesting, and Carl's side of the story is a bit out of place for the series, and is a bit too convenient for Ginger's plot. There is one Halloween special that came out on the same day as the As Told by Ginger one that you should definitely check out. It happens to be Invader Zim's Halloween Spectacular of Spooky Doom. It's fantastic. It's scary, it's creepy, it's the classic Invader Zim style that you should absolutely check out if you haven't seen it yet. If you're into some laughs and you want to make fun of B-movies, then Angry Beavers is the one to check out. If you love the 1950s style movies that has bad acting, black and white, and fake monsters, and you want to see made fun of, this episode is recommended. And also we have Hey Arnold's Halloween special, in which it satirizes War of the Worlds. It does it brilliantly with Maurice LaMarche playing as kind of like a radio announcer that sounds like Orson Welles, and it's pretty funny. You should definitely check this out. And of course, there's plenty of other Nickelodeon Halloween specials, such as Candy Bar Creepshow from Rugrats, Doug's Halloween special, the Haunted House from Ren and Stimpy, Halloweeny from Pete and Pete. Then there's the Halloween specials from like Fairly Odd Parents, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Danny Phantom, Pete and Pete. So many to talk about. You know, I know that this is the last day of October, but I don't want to leave As Told by Ginger Month on such a sour note. I love the show, and I want to conclude it on a much more upbeat way. You know what? One more video for As Told by Ginger Month. Just for you guys. But what's it going to be, you might wonder? You're going to have to find out next time. See you then.